Okay, Chesil class. So, this week we've been looking at the poem of What's in the Bag. Yesterday, this week, you came up with you looked at rhyming words. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, you came up with words that rhymed with the 4 things from the poem. And I'm going to write them in with a red pen. So we had bag, we had bowl, we had crate, and we had box. When you came to write your poem yesterday, we changed rag, we changed mouldy cheese roll, we changed china plate, and we changed sly fox to something different from a word that rhymed with those. Today what we're going to do is we're going to invent a poem. So yesterday we innovated it, which means we just changed little bits. Today we're going to try and change the whole thing. So this comes in 2 parts. Okay, the first thing is we need to come up with some new things, some more things that we can put things in. Some more objects that we can put things in. So instead of having a bag, a box, a bowl and a crate, and you can do this with me. So you could put this on a plain piece of paper. You can write bag, bowl, crate and box if you want to, but then we want to think of some other things. Okay, so I found 4, and these are the 4 from the poem that's in your pack. So I chose hole. You can put things in a hole. I had a skip. I had a bin. And I also chose a hat. Okay? If you turn a hat upside down, you can put things in it. But there's lots of other things. You think about things in your house. Think about your kitchen. What does your kitchen have lots of things in? Your kitchen has quite a lot of things you can put things in. We could have something like a cupboard. I'm going to do it in a different colour again. See how many different colours I can use today. So we could put it in a cupboard. There's also the fridge. You can put things in a fridge. Okay, you could put things in the cooker, in the oven. So what you might want to do is just take some time now just to pause this video and think around your house, or maybe outside your house. What could you put things in? So for example, you could go and put things in the garage. Okay, so pause this, give yourself 5-10 minutes and think of as many things as you possibly can. Okay, you can use the same ones as me, but it's better if you come up with your own. Okay, so pause this video, have a go yourself, and then come back and I'll tell you the next part of it. Okay, so the next part. Now, I'm going to remove the red writing, because we don't want to get confused, because we don't want box, crate, bag and bowl anymore. We want to do something else. So with these different things, and I will use the blue ones, but I will also think of some things to put in for the green as well. What we want to do now is come up with words that rhyme with skip, hole, fridge, hat, oven, cupboard, bin, garage. Okay, oven, garage, they might be quite tricky. So we might want to take those away. But let's just keep it for the moment. So skip. You're looking for words that end in ip. Okay. So lip. So tulip. Pip. Tip, I suppose, rhymes, but I'm not sure you could put a tip in a skip. Flip rhymes. Again, you can't put it in a skip. Grip rhymes. Dip rhymes. I suppose if you work on a farm, you could put some dip in there. A ship. Trip rhymes, but again, you can't really put a trip in there. Ship, rip. Clip. That's enough. Okay, they're just rhyming words at the moment. We don't have to do anything with them. So, whole. Now, whole rhymes with bowl. So you can actually use any of the things that you came up with earlier on this week for this. So, at school, we came up with vole, pole, foal, soul, mole, goal. So that's enough. Don't need more than that. When it comes to the poem, you only need two options anyway. So fridge, tricky one. Idge, a bridge. We can put the bridge in the fridge. Bridge, ridge, didge, fridge, fudge. I suppose you might be able to get away with fudge. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. Okay. But if you can think of some more, brilliant. Hat. Right, this one's a nice easy one. Okay. We've got things like bat. Think back to the PowerPoint. I'll think back to mat, a cat, cat, bat, mat. Why can't I think of any more? A rat. Plat. So again, that's enough. Don't need any more than that. Cat, rat, plat, mat, bat, they all rhyme with hat. Okay, oven. Oven. Coven, doven, roven. No, I can't think of anything, so let's just get rid of that one. Cupboard. 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 Hubbard. Mubbard. Dovard. Nope, can't think of anything of that one either. So again, if you can think of something. Right, this one's a bit easier. Tin. Shin. Chin. Tin, shin, chin. Thin. Fin. Robin. Again, that's enough. Garage. Porridge. Just about. Garage. Porridge. Honestly, can't think of any more. My mind is going blank. God, this is when I need some children to give me some ideas. Right, so that's fine. So what have we put? We've got lots of different things now, and I want you to do the same. So you can pause your video again. Pause this video. I want you to go through each of the things that you came up with and see if you can think of one or two things. If you can't think of anything, just cross it out on your piece of paper. Okay. So pause it now, go through this, and then unpause, and we're going to carry on. Right, so you've unpaused. So I am going to cheat because I'm just going to stick with my 4 blue ones because they were the easiest ones. Okay, now this is where you want to choose 2 things because your template for the poem has you've got to think of 2 things. So it's what's down the, let me see, and then you need to come up with 2 different things. So let's see if we can start getting rid of some of the things on here. So I am going to, for whole, I am going to keep mole and pole. So let's get rid of everything else. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to write it up here. So I'm going to put whole, and I chose a pole and a mole. Okay, and then for for skip, I'm going to keep ship. So we're going to have skip. I'm going to keep ship, and actually I chose zip for my poem, which I forgot when I came to do this. So we can get rid of that one now. So bin, I'm going to keep tin and fin. So let's write that down. Bin, tin and fin. So now we can get rid of that. We're getting rid of these so I can write it down in a minute, because that's the next part. And then for hat, cat and bat. Oh, look at that, they're the top ones. So for hat, we put cat and bat. Let's cut this out. This is long. So we're doing this in stages. The first stage was, what can we put things in? The second stage was rhyming words. This is the third and final stage. We've got our selection. We're now going to write the poem, and I'm back to black for that. So we're going to write the whole thing out. Capital letter for our title. What's. Right, we could say in the whole. Or we could put what's down the whole. What's down the whole. What is a question word? So we need to put a question mark in there. And that's our title, so we underline it. You will use a ruler. So then we repeat it. What's down the whole? Still a question, and it's repeated again. So there's a lot of repetition in this, but that's why it's easy to learn. What's down the whole? This is where we get to say what we found. So I've got mole and pole. So let me see. Let me see, and then we list the things that we can see. So I saw a mole. Right, I want to put mole in there. What I've got a gap here. This is where we put our adjectives in. So what kind of mole is it? Now, you can put one adjective in there, but most of you now should be able to come up with 2 adjectives for your object. So I've got a little blind mole. adjective between, no, comma between the two adjectives. So what's down the hole? What's down the hole? Let me see, oh, a little. So this is why it's good to repeat it in your head, because then it sounds like you know when you've missed bits. Let me see a little blind mole. That's what's in, or that's what's down the hole. That's what's so the apostrophes are there because that is what is down the hole. No question mark because that's not a question. We're not saying what's down the hole, we're saying that's what's down the hole. So we don't need a question mark, it's just a full stop. So let's just repeat that first verse, see if it makes sense. What's down the hole? What's down the hole? Let me see a little blind mole. That's what's down the hole. And I have completely forgotten that we were doing two objects. So, and we don't need a full stop there because this is all one sentence but on two different lines. That's the great thing about poetry. You don't really need a lot of punctuation in the right place. So, pole and a something something pole. That's what's down the hole. Now we put our full stop in. Right, I need some adjectives now for pole. So I want to make it really interesting. So it's a long pole. And it's made of metal. A long metal pole. So repeat the verse again. What's down the hole? What's down the hole? Let me see a little blind mole and a long metal pole. That's what's down the hole. So not only are we changing the object, the rhyme, we're adding in an extra line as well. That's why we're inventing. So let's get rid of hole, mole and pole. I'm not going to be able to fit all the verses on, but if I do two verses, that gives you a chance then to go back and do the other two. So we're going to do skip now. So I've got ship and zip. So remember to start with, it's a lot of copying. So leave a line in your book. What's down the... Now, it's not down the skip, is it? So I've already made a mistake. What's in the skip? What's in the skip? Question. What's in the skip? Question mark again. Right, now this is where we do it. So we've still got this bit. Let me see, comma, right, something something ship. So I need two adjectives again to describe the ship. Now I want I want it to be a big ship. Big's boring. So let's try and think of a word that means big. It's a bit more, so we could have massive, but I'm going to have enormous. Enormous. Right, I'm going to have to rub out that because I've only got one word in. Enormous, comma. Not only is this ship enormous, but it is got lots of people on it. So it is crowded. So let me see. Oh, I've done it again. Right. You can't put a enormous because that would have two vowels next to each other. So that you would have to put an. That's a year 3 bit of grammar there, but we're going to put it in anyway. So we've got let me see an enormous crowded ship. Right, I'm not going to make the mistake this time of only doing one. Can't spell either. And right, so I've done ship, now we've got zip, okay? So, and a zip. What kind of zip could it be? Well, I could have metal zip, could have trouser zip, but my zip is broken. So a broken, and why is it broken? It's broken because it's rusted. A broken, rusted zip. That's what's in the skip. Right, let's rewrite the verse, make sure it makes sense. What's in the skip? What's in the skip? Let me see an enormous crowded ship and a broken rusted zip. That's what's in the skip. Perfect. You can put a full stop after pole and zip. So that's the first two verses done. And really, you're still not having to come up with very much yourself. You've still got what's. You've still got the same structure of the poem. We're just adding a little bit extra. So the video is going to stop now. You can carry on and do your next two verses all by yourself, and I can't wait to see the results. Good luck, everybody.